Yeah, just this. Full on. Shoveling snow. What a beauty. Dog scratching face. A little bit of blood. Just full on whatever seems to be happening. And yeah, liking to shovel snow or not. It's just this. There's no escaping, which is already just this. Naturally, organically, impersonally. There's no one behind this shoveling snow. There's no hidden me or you somewhere, but just this. And not knowing to do with all the snow is this too. Not knowing where to go with all this white powder is just this. And having worries or not is this too. Worrying, not worrying, it's all just simply this. Empty already. No one having worries, no one getting worried, no one able to get free of worrying. Just full on whatever seems to be happening, just this, always. Just footsteps in the snow. You can call this my footsteps or footsteps made by the body. It doesn't matter. It's still this. A feeling that it's your footsteps or that you are making the footsteps or taking ownerships for the footsteps in the snow is this already. It's already simply this. Getting into stories or the absence of going into stories and naming and continuing is just this already. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And there's nothing wrong with feeling or claiming or taking ownerships. There is already no one owning or not owning anything, able to lose it or to do it. It's just simply impersonally, effortlessly appearing to happen. Thinking these are mine footsteps or not giving it any thought, is already just this. And there's no escape. It's just simply what seems to be happening. Feeling or believing that there is a me here and a tree over there, which I am aware of, is this. is just simply what seems to be happening. Having the sense or the idea or the belief or the so-called knowledge that I am here and over there is something else which is not this already, which I am aware of, is just this. And thinking or believing is just this already. Whatever appears to be happening, just this, is already not two. Thinking there are two, a me and a you, is already not two. It's just simply full on this, and this alone. Just simply what seems to be happening. And there's already no one doing the separation, claiming there's an object over there, which I see as a subject, is already this. And the claiming is already not two, and the objectifying is already not two, and the so-called knowing is already not two. It's just this. Simply full on this, whatever seems to be happening. And we can call this awareness or consciousness or life or knowing or not knowing. The naming or the claiming or the dissecting or the wondering is just full on this already. And this is already not two. Thinking that there is two is already not two. It's just full on this. Just simply what seems to be happening. Objectifying, dividing, dissecting. It's all just this already. Effortlessly, organically, impersonally appearing to happen. There's already no you behind the dissecting, the objectifying, the claiming, the knowing, the not knowing. These are all just words given to whatever seems to be happening. And whatever seems to be happening needs no label. It's already full on just this. And the giving it names, or the absence of giving it names, is this already. Wanting to know something else is already not two. Wanting to know something else is already just this. And thinking there's something else to know, or something else to reach, or something else to gain, or something else to find, is already just this. Wanting is already just full on what seems to be happening. Wanting is already not two. Believing is already not do. Believing or not believing is just full on this already. So using words to claim a position is just this. Using words to claim a position is just simply what seems to be happening. And this, whatever seems to be happening, has no need of a position for it to apparently happen. Talking, sitting, watching, wondering, listening doesn't need a position for it to happen. It's just simply appearing to happen, and it has no needs for a place. And saying this is happening somewhere or nowhere is just this already. The claiming of a position, of being somewhere, compared to something else or in relation to something else is already just this. It's just simply what seems to be happening. Taking positions, claiming positions in relation to something else is already just this. But whatever seems to be happening is already positionless. It's already not two. It's already not in relation to something which is not already just this. The making sense in relation to something else is already just this, and there's no something else. So the claiming to have a position in relation to something else is already just simply what seems to be happening. It's already just full on this. Claiming position, taking position, it's always in relation to something else. And there's not something else, there's nothing else, there's already just this. Whatever seems to be happening. And this doesn't need a position. And giving this a position doesn't need a position, it's just simply arising. Naturally, organically, and instantly arising. Saying I am here and you are there is already just this. Just simply what seems to be happening. Taking positions. And finding it useful and practical is already just this. And finding it practical or useful doesn't mind. Calling it practical or useful are just names used for explanation of this, which is this already. And this cannot be explained. Whatever seems to be happening, this is already just this. giving this a name and calling this an explanation is already just this. Calling this an explanation. There's just this. And saying there's just this is already just this. Just simply what seems to be happening. Calling this just this is this already. And it doesn't matter. Calling this just this, or just life, or just a story, or just energy, or just love, is already just this. This is just a story. Just a story. And thinking and feeling that there's a you able to get or to know the story is just another story. And feeling and thinking that there is two is just a story. And hoping that you are able to leave the story is already a story. It is simply a story. And thinking there's more than the story is just a story. Just simply a story. Whatever seems to be happening is just a story. And even that is just a story. So swapping words is just simply this already. Calling this is just this. Calling this a story is just this already. Changing this for story is just this. And it doesn't change anything. And the liking or the finding some words more logical and appealing is just this already. That's just the shoe. And thinking and feeling you can get the shoe is just the shoe. There's only the shoe. And thinking there's something else is just the shoe. And wanting to get the shoe or not wanting to get the shoe is the shoe already. So giving this, whatever seems to be happening, a name is already just this. And finding it logical or less logical or resonating more with one or one other word is already just this. And there's already no one giving the names. There's already no one resonating with one or the other word. The liking of one or the other word is already just this. It's just impersonally, organically, and naturally, effortlessly, innocently happening, which is this already. Loving one or the other word is just this, and there's no way out. There's no way to stop, which is already just this. And the finding of calling this a shoe, not a good one or a funny one, is this already. There's no way out. There's just a shoe. There's no you in the shoe or behind the shoe. And this may sound bizarre, but it's just a word. It doesn't matter. It's already just this. And calling it just this is already just this. And calling it life, energy, the brain, boundless love, or whatever is already just this. And the wanting to get this, no matter what it is being called or not, is already just this, just simply what seems to be happening. Wanting to get boundless love, or wanting to feel boundless love, or wanting to know boundless love is just this already. Wanting to feel the energy, to get the energy, to know the energy is already just this. So we can call this energy or just this, it doesn't matter, it's already just this. And calling this life, there's just life. And wanting to get life, or wanting to know life, or wanting to feel life is already just this. And thinking there is a you and life is already just life. Just simply this. So playing with words and replacing words is already just this, whatever seems to be happening, effortlessly and innocently. Just words, arising, organically, personally, impersonally, effortlessly and innocently, as is this. Woo! Oh my God. What a beauty! Shit! Yeah. You can call this whatever you want. It doesn't change. Finding it amazing. And amazing is already just this. Calling this amazement is already just this. Full on sunshine. What a beauty, what a joy. And there's no way to escape, which is already just this. Finding this beautiful and loving this and trying to explain this. What this is already just this. Wanting to explain feelings, emotions, of what seems to be going on is already just this, full on trying to explain. Is this already? There's not something else to explain. The explaining and the trying to explain is already just full on this. It's already not two. Already not two. Explaining this is already just this. And loving it is already just this. This is it. It is this already. So calling this home, calling this my home, it's just this. Calling this my home, or the place where I live, is already just this. Claiming a position, a home for the so-called me is this already. Just simply what seems to be happening. Claiming positions. Just simply what seems to be happening. And there's already no one living in here. There's no in here. There's no in this. There's no one already living in here. And thinking there's a you living or claiming there's a you or not living in here or not is just this already. And this is already not two. This is already just this. Full on just this. Claiming, naming, talking, walking is already just this. And this is already not two. Even when there is no me or you claiming that you live here, is this too. Just simply, organically, naturally, impersonally, neutrally appearing to happen. It's just barking dogs. Just barking dogs. It doesn't matter. It's already just this. Taking this seriousness, or taking this serious or not, is already just this. And thinking this has a meaning, or it's meaningless, is already just this. It doesn't matter. Just simply what seems to be happening. Just full on, just this already.